Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Uh, Today we're doing something different as to the norm. We normally show you what's going on in the shop. We show you what's going on the bottles, with the rest stores, or the cars that we find, and so on like that, right? Today we're doing something different where we're actually talking about an auspicious event which is that's held in South Africa, which is held annually, which is called BMW Concourse Elegance. So there's a lot of people that don't understand about the event, and our aim today is to teach the layman basically what the event is about, what Concourse is about, and to try and bring the event to the people, basically to the general public of South Africa, right? So today not in studio but at the shop, we've got Johan Venter, that's from BMW Car Club. He's going to introduce himself, and then we're just going to chat more about the event. I want to chat more about the sponsors, the cars that you're going to see. That's very exciting. The people that you're going to find at the event, and again, it's open to the public. So you've got an opportunity now to go and see cars that we've seen in books, on papers, on posters. That's how real this event is. So anyway, Johan, welcome to the shop. Yeah?
Thanks, Sanjay. Thanks for the opportunity. Like you said, it's the BMW Gauteng that hosts the annual concourse. It's on the 20th of August at the Mall of Africa. In fact, it's in the Waterfall City Park, which is just outside of the mall, but you can proceed through the mall to actually get to the event.
Okay, and then you guys are having like a pre-event, I believe, with a couple of cars that's
correct.
There now from next week.
Yeah, from the 12th of August,
okay,
we are having BMW South Africa's M1, which is a very rare car, less than 500 were made. Also, I have the 530 MLE, which was a South African homologation special, and also a very unique and special car, the BMW E30 333, and it will be there on show from the 12th of August to the 19th of August.
Okay. Johan, quickly, let's touch base on firstly what is Concourse about?
Right. So the club in its existence, and that probably goes back to 1983, I think, has been having an annual concourse. This year we are trying to do it differently. It's also BMW South Africa's 50th anniversary.
Okay.
So it is more special this year for us.
Okay.
We've even invited BMW owners from the Western Cape, from KZN, and primarily what it is to have a field of cars in different classes that are judged by a team of 6 people.
Okay.
And the club has always strived to have the most original cars at the concourse, as they were driven off the factory floor. So some of them have been preserved, so they've never been restored, so that certain class, so those cars go into certain classes, and then we have restored cars. But our main aim is to present BMWs as they were when they were launched, released, and sold to the public.
Okay. So then, how many classes do we have at Concourse for this?
So,
or major classes, if I can call it that.
Yes, show and shine is the one class, and people frown upon it, but it's primarily for the novice, for the first time entry. And I say that if I look at the show and shine trophy versus the other trophies, it's just as big. So show and shine, we have data. Data being the class above show and shine, that's for completely unrestored original class, cars. We also then have, in that same category, we have the elegance, and the elegance would be for cars that have been restored or some work has been done to a car. For example, if a car has been resprayed, it will go into the elegance class.
Okay. And then you've got the honors for them.
Right. And so we have the top class, which is the honor, and we have the honor preserved for completely original cars.
But they're the winners of the previous.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you want to compete in that particular class, you would have then have won your data class at the previous concourse, which would be last year 2022, and then we also have the honor restored, and you should have then won the elegance class in order for you to proceed to go to the honor class restoration.
Okay. So then just touching basically on the show and shine class. So the show and shine class, South African car scene always hears of a show and shine. So any event that's happening, whether it's a park or for anything of the sort, you always hear of a show and shine happening. How different is the show and shine to that?
I think from my experience, and I've been involved with the Concourse over the last 11 years, I think that the entries take it more seriously. The competition has grown more serious over the years, and even in show and shine, people are highly competitive. So people make a real effort to get their cars as clean and as pristine as they possibly can. But in the show and shine class, I would say that the judging is not as stringent as if you go up to the next class.
Okay.
What we've also done is primarily people have contacted me wanting to participate in the concourse, and I've sent them a personalized invite with a lot of information. And part of that information is how to prepare your car.
Okay.
Very detailed, saying the things to look out for, the do's and the don'ts, the materials you would be needing to clean your car. We've also included in the documentation an interview that we did with a numerous concourse winner,
okay,
and asked Bilal, Mia, how he prepared his car over the years to actually win.
I remember Bilal at once said, I think it was 3 weeks, he started 3 or 4 weeks, no, it was 3 months.
Yes.
Not 3 weeks, it was 3 months. He started preparing 3 months before the time.
Correct.
But now he was competing not in show and shine, he was competing in the elegance.
Correct. He was in the
But that's how
elegance.
serious this is.
Yeah, he was in the elegance class. But what I want to emphasize is we try and help participants to prepare for it.
Okay.
And you'll see that we started inviting people since May. That's when we started sending out invites. Because we want people to be able to prepare and put their best effort forward.
So having said that, right? So we're saying basically the show and shine is for your newcomers, right? So if you're not too comfortable if you're not too sure if you're going to be able to compete in the elegance or the respectively, you can come into show and shine, have a look, have a feel of the event, understand the event, and then next year come in, and if you feel you want to compete.
Correct. I mean, what we also do and what I've done is you can get your judging sheets back from the judges, and so you can actually see where you've actually been marked down and where you've lost points. I mean, and from your own experience, you I think 3 or 4 years ago, got involved with a concourse, and you've shared with me that it's better to actually start in a show and shine class because you get the orientation, you understand how the judging works, and you can then for the next year prepare better.
100%. This guy here went into the elegance for the first time last year, and we thought we were there, but when we got there we got a shock because there were a whole lot of guys actually detailing, I'm going to use the word detailing, but not detailing as such, but washing their cars thoroughly before judging. And this was in the morning. I've seen Tuntex car where they came with a full team.
Yes.
It was impressive, you know what I'm saying? But that's how serious people take it.
Yes.
So yes, I would agree that start off in show and shine, get to know what the event is about, and then the next year it makes it so much easier to come and compete because you know what to look for.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the different categories that we've tackled, right? With regards to judges, who's the judges out there this year? Who's the judges out there this year? Where have the judges come from? You know what I'm saying? So are they guys? Is it that average Joe off the street who he knows game parts, but does he know what to look for?
Yeah, I mean it is how do I put it? We try to find the best judges out there. So the judging team consists of 6 people, and they are paired into 2s.
Okay.
We also have a chief judge, and what the club has also strived to do is to make the competition fair, is to have external judges as well.
Okay.
And I can speak to the external judges. Nazir Sabda is one of the judges, aka Kapi as he is known. And Kapi has been a BMW enthusiast for many years. Has owned 200-2s in his time, has restored 200-2s. He's judged before. He's owned an E36 M3. He owns an E30 318 Coupe. He's into the business of cleaning cars, and he's judged, I would say, at least 4 or 5 or 6 times. So he's one of the judges that he's a club member but not on the committee itself.
Okay.
Melvin Marker is another judge. He's also a club member but not on the committee. And like I've said to you, I mean, I've seen some BMW collections in my time.
So going back to Melvin quickly, Melvin is the guy who owns the EPR 535, the clean grey, silver grey.
Correct.
So, okay, so I've seen that vehicle there last, it was at Silverstone.
Correct.
Right, so he's competed in the event where he knows what the judges look for. So before being a judge, you knew what to expect already.
Yes, and Melvin has not only competed at the club concourse, he's competed at Concourse South Africa.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's taken his E46 M3 CSL there. He's taken his E36 M3 to that competition more than once. So yeah, he understands. He's been a competitor, and he understands what it is to judge and what judges are looking for.
Okay.
And like I said, besides that's not the first M535 that he's had. He's had probably a dozen over the years, and that he's dragged, he's restored. But besides that, he's had E34 M5s, he's had numerous ISs.
Yeah.
You know, he's had shadow lines.
He's been through them all with these guys.
Exactly. He's an aficionado, and like I said, I've seen quite a few collections in my time, but Melvin's is probably one of the best collections when he had all his cars, in my experience. We've also, you know, we want to get other people to also come and bring their expertise, and we've invited Hannes Oosthuizen from cars.co.za, which is also part of Sentimental.
Okay.
And Hannes will be a judge, and Hannes has also gone through the procedure of restoring cars. Sentimental has restored, I think, a Super Boss.
Yeah.
They've also restored a 325 IS.
Okay.
And these are you know, car enthusiasts, passionate about cars, involved cars is really part and parcel of their lives. So we're gonna ask Hannes to be on a judging team, and then we have 3 judges from the committee, and the judges from the committee are not novices either, because this is an annual event. So the judges from the committee are experienced judges, and then finally we have a chief judge, who's Marek, who's, you know, also got a substantial collection, as you know.
No, but I've met him and I've seen the knowledge that this guy has got. He's actually, for restorer, he's one of the go-to guys for information.
Correct, and I mean, Marek in his time has worked for BMW. Marek in his time has, you know, had the license to sell Rolls-Royce in South Africa. His car, 333, was on cars.co.za. They did an episode on his car. But he is a huge car enthusiast, and his collection of BMWs is second to none.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it personally. So look, I've seen the BM collection, and I've seen the Rolls collection, and I've seen the warehouse. So when you come to when you talk about passion, I think he puts passion on another level.
Yes. So
that's the reality of it.
Yeah, and the chief judge, is there if there is a dispute between, you know, judges. If they can't make up their mind, or they're unsure, or they don't know something, they could turn to the chief judge for assistance.
Okay. Oh, but that's good. So we've covered the classes or the categories. We've covered the judges, right? Let's talk about the cars.
Yeah. So really some interesting things coming up daily. I'm getting the closer we're getting to the event, the more interest we're getting, and the more cars we're signing up.
Okay.
So just yesterday confirmed a 1939 327 Cabriolet. These cars were made between 1937 and 1941, and less than 2,000 were made.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is not something you're going to see every day. I've probably seen one at the BMW Classic. BMW Classic in Munich is where I've seen it, but that's coming. Like we said, we're having the M1 on display prior to the Concourse, but those 3 cars, the M1, the 530 MLE, the 333, is also then coming to the display section of the Concourse on the day. Okay. We have significant amount of race cars coming. Yeah. Championship winning cars. Tony Viana's 325i Shadowline will be there. Tony Viana 745.
That's
Group
a car
1.
I love to see.
Yeah, Group 1. Championship winning car in 1985 will be there. His modified 745 will be there. Pablo
About the Batmobile as well. Right?
Pablo Clark's Batmobile will be there.
That'll be nice to see.
I'm busy speaking to Ulisana, ex-executive from BMW.
Yeah.
He's also got a Batmobile, a black one, and I'm negotiating for you to come put it on display.
That'll be nice to have 2 Batmobiles there.
Yeah. And then we've got other couple of nice race cars, 65s, the John Player Special, Peter K. Eddy's John Player, Peter K. Eddy's JPS 65,
Yeah.
Evolution 2 Motorsports, Tile, their parts 65. So really exciting stuff. JSN is bringing 2 of their racing cars, E30 Shadowline and an E30 325 IS.
Okay.
That Robbie Smith competed with, and I think won a regional championship.
Wow. Okay, no, that's good. So it seems exciting. I'm actually getting goosebumps here because I actually want to see the race cars, right? Especially the Tony Viana cars. The Batmobiles, that's on another level. But the Tony Viana cars, I used to sit in the stands, and not back then, but I've sat now a couple of times
Yes.
in the stands, and I've heard those guys come past, and I've seen them throw those big ships into the corners. So I'm excited to see what those cars are all about.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a very special heritage in South Africa. And we're going to celebrate that because BMW turns 50. And part and parcel of the display cars is going to show off, you know, the heritage. And many people don't know this, but the first BMW that was made here was in 1968.
Yeah.
And it was called a 2000 SA. And you had an 89 SA.
Yeah.
We will definitely have a 2000 SA.
There is a 4-door, right?
4-door car. Just to get into a little bit of history, BMW in 1966 took over another car company called Glass. What they then did was they very quickly discontinued the Glass production line. South Africans, Johannes, Pretorius, and a German called Gunther Ludwig saw an opportunity, approached BMW Germany and said, send us the tooling and the bodies of those Glass cars, specifically the Glass 1700, and what we will do is we will equip them with BMW running gear that you will supply us. And that in fact was the first BMW that rolled off the production line at Roslyn way back in 1968, so that's going to be there. That car eventually evolved into what is called the 2004. We all know what 2002,
Yeah.
but very few people know what the 2004 is,
Correct.
or an 1804. And it's the same glass bodies, but more evolved, looking like BMWs now, with double headlights, with a BMW kidney grille, with E12 lights at the back that were turned upside down and right side left, left side right. So that's going to be there. We're having 745s there. We also want to look at, you know, the motorsport produced cars,
Yes.
because only in South Africa up until 1994 were motorsport M cars made in South Africa. The first of them being the E28 M5.
Yeah.
We also made the E34 M5.
Yeah.
We also made the E36 M3 Saloon and the Coupe.
Yeah.
And nowhere else were M cars made besides in South Africa up until 1994.
Wow. So you see, like that knowledge, a lot of people don't know that, right? Yes, Google is one thing, the internet is there, but this knowledge I think can get passed down properly. People can actually celebrate the heritage of South Africa at the event. Talking about heritage cars that we got there, we've got the MLE, which was a South African built race car.
Yeah, the MLE.
Well, I say it respectfully in that sense. So the MLE was built for, okay, you get on with it.
Yeah, so in the 70s, BMW was a very niche offering in South Africa, and then they had, their market share was very small at that time. And like most other manufacturers, they saw the opportunity, like they say, win on Sunday, sell on Monday. And they saw that they could get, you know, they could build their brand through racing. And like BMW was doing in Germany with the Batmobiles. You know, the E9 CSLs were quite successful in Germany, even raced in America. And in America also got the BMW brand known. And so South Africa wanted to, BMW in South Africa wanted to do the same thing, wanted to enter into racing, and decided, you know, which category they wanted to go into. And they then had to build 100 cars to homologate the car. And they chose to used the 5 Series. They used the chassis of a 525. They asked BMW Motorsport to get involved, to develop the car. BMW Germany then also asked Schnitzer to get involved. And yeah, basically came up with a race car that they sold on the road in order to get it homologated. The car was highly successful, campaigned by Eddie Kaizen, who won in 1977 his class and the championship, won in 1978 his class and the championship. In 1976, when he debuted, Eddie Kaizen was racing along with Alain Lavapier. And Alain Lavapier, when the 550 NLE debuted, won the class that they were racing in that particular year. So highly successful car. We will have at least 2 examples on the day. We negotiate to see if we can get the 3rd example. And I can say to the people coming to the event, nowhere else in the world will you be able to see 3 of those cars all at the same time in one place.
I can second you on that as well. I know that we're gonna have to add on to the heritage, we're gonna have the 333s there as well. So we've got BMW 333s there. We coming out with a few 333s as well. So we bring in number 2, which is white. We've got the replica that's coming there, and we've got the black one there, right? So the replica is identical replica, as people know, but it is, I'll call it, it'll fall under that range. So what you see in the 333, you'll be able to see. The only color we don't have is another.
Yeah, and that's another special South African car. I mean, we didn't get the E30 M3 because it was left-hand drive only.
But there is one E30 M3 coming out.
We are hoping, yes, that we are securing an E30 M3 coming all the way from KZN.
Yeah, with a nice clean IS as well.
Yes, it's 2 brothers from KZN. The one owns the E30 M3. Car actually comes from Japan, strangely enough, not from Europe.
Lefty or like?
They're all left-hand drive. So it's a left-hand drive car, and then his brother's got a very nice, clean Evo 2 325 IS in white.
Okay. So we've got some good heritage vehicles at the, not 1 or 2. We've actually got quite a few. So people will have, they'll be able to walk through and have a look at the vehicles.
Yeah, let's just maybe finish off with the special cars that were made here that will be there on the day. So if we look at the 333 and why it's unique to South Africa, is because we, like I said, never got the E30 M3 because it was left-hand drive only. So our factory was, as they say in Afrikaans, very vooruitstrevend, and decided to take the engine from the 7 Series, which was the flagship at the time. Took the engine from the 733 and put it into into a very compact saloon. And as you know, because the engine was so big, you could either have aircon or you could have power steering. I mean, air conditioning or power steering, but not both. And as far as I know, 210 were made, but only made for this particular market. Let's talk about the IS, which is a cult car in South Africa.
Yeah, that's a South African icon at this point in time.
Correct. And it looks, if you look at it, you'll be mistaken if you're not from South Africa to think it's a normal 325 IS. Our car again is different because it's got a 2.7 liter motor, and the reason for that is again racing.
And the HP is only going to 2.7, isn't it?
As far as I know, they were all 2.7.
It's very controversial.
Okay.
So there's so many theories out there that the Evo 1s were 2.7 or the Evo 2s were 2.7. Let's learn more on this. But yeah. I think let's first find out. Let's get our info.
I mean, this is the beauty of being an enthusiast. You can always learn something. From what I know, they were all 2.7. That's what made it different from start to finish. And the reason for that is, again, BMW was racing these cars and were falling behind Opel. You know, the shadow line was falling behind because Tony was very successful with the shadow line. But Opel was getting ahead of the curve. And that is how they went back to the drawing board and said, we need a bigger motor in here if we are going to be competitive with the Opels. And that car is also unique to our market. Maybe let's talk about the 745.
But that's a car by itself. So the 745, my information is that We had a 6-cylinder 745, so the normal aspirator, right? That's the M88.
So the M88 is the one that we actually then put into the 745.
Okay.
We had the 3 liters, we had the 3 liter engines, the M30s, and what Germany decided to do, because they were falling behind Mercedes-Benz, is to turbocharge.
And because of the right-hand drive, left-hand drive.
So they decided to turbocharge a 3.5 liter 7 series, and because of where the turbos sat, they could only make it in left-hand drive.
Oh.
So we didn't get it. The South African market didn't get it. And again, South Africa, came up with its own solution. BMW South Africa came up with its own solution and took the M88, which comes out of the M1, which is BMW supercar, a late 70s, 80s supercar, and took that M88 motor and then placed it into their luxury saloon. And to top it off, Tony then decided to go racing with it and won. So that's another unique car for our market. 249 were made, and of the 249, only 14 manuals on it.
Yeah, I remember. I do believe that. So there are a lot of motors floating around.
Yes, correct.
So I remember the chairman, Colin Van Son, he had a manual, am I right?
Correct. Colin had a manual, and BMW South Africa has actually bought that car from Colin as part now of the heritage fleet. Yeah.
Okay. So we've covered now on the categories, we've covered now on the charging side. On the vehicles, guys, I think there's going to be a nice crowd that talks up there with their vehicles, a big passionate crowd. And I think it will support the South African heritage. So come and see this here. I'm excited for it, especially the race cars. We can learn a lot about them.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll just touch on what time it starts, what's the procedure for the day. For the public, and the event is free to the public.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the event is free to the public. You park in the Mall of Africa. You find your way to what is called the town square. It's the area where we have the restaurants on the outside.
Okay.
You just proceed right through, and you'll actually get to the Waterfall City Park. That's where the Concourse is going to be. We're splitting the park into 2. On the one side we'll have the display cars, and on the other side we will have the cars that are actually in the competition.
Okay.
It starts at 9. For participants, we're asking participants to be there at 7.
Okay.
To get to the park at 7, do final preparation of their cars. Judging will start at 9 o'clock. We have live entertainment. Lindy Lee, which is quite a nice band, is going to be there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There is an amusement park, for kids. The mall offers quite a wide variety of restaurants if people want
You
to
can't
have
get more
something
than
to
this
eat.
event, so you can come with your wives, with your kids.
Come with your wife, with your kids. There are movies if kids want to go to the movies. It's a whole day event. We're seeing that the judging will probably end, I would say, between 2:30 and 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Then it's for Colin then to start tallying the points with some of the committee members. That will probably take between half an hour to 45 minutes. I would say prize giving between 3:30, 4:45.
Okay. So look, it's a full event out, right? I think I'm looking for, like I repeated myself so many times here, but I'm looking forward to it. I think you're looking forward to it. You're also nervous about it, but you're looking forward to it. Like, I do know of a lot of public that is looking forward to the event and they can't wait for it. But this is now to inform the viewers that don't know about it, that haven't seen it, right? Your sponsors, you want to chat about that quickly?
Yeah, we can do that quickly. Our major sponsor is I2.
Okay.
I2 is an insurance company and are known for insuring collectibles. That is artwork, timepieces, cars. We have another insurance company called Lenasia,
Okay.
primarily do household, business insurance. We have BMW Gauteng, the dealership.
They're coming out with a couple of cars there as well, isn't it?
So if you're looking for a new BMW or a pre-owned BMW, please go and speak to the guys. I might have some specials there on the day.
Nice.
They come also with authentic BMW regalia that you can purchase from them. Obviously, it's hosted by the club. The club has got also quite a unique, nice BMW regalia that will be on sale on the day. If you want to become a member of the club, we'll speak to, you know, the guys manning the stand there on the day.
So there are going to be stands out on the day. The guys, there will be exhibitors out there where people can come and meet the sponsors and know exactly what they do, because I know of a lot of guys that own these cars here and they don't know where to get insurance from, so they can come up to I2, for example, on the day and speak to them.
All ladies and shareholders. Another benefit of being a club member is that the club does evaluations. I said to you that a guy that owns a very clean IS, his insurance is, you know, insured for 50,000 rand, and his wife gave me a shot and they said, look, you've come to the right place, your husband is a club member, I just need some details from you. We will then give you an authentic evaluation that you can take to your insurance, and they will insure your car for that amount. So a very good benefit, you know, being part of the club.
Okay, so guys, I've attached the club email address, or the website actually, in the caption below. So if you go to that, if you click onto the link there, you will be able to get into the website and understand how to become a member of it, right? For the new entries as well, Jan, is it okay if I put your email address?
Yes, so let's just touch on that. We still have space.
Okay.
So people who want to come and display, or people who want to enter into the competition, I think you've got my details at the bottom.
Yes.
Just to emphasize, you need to become a club member.
Sure. But you lose points also.
So the reality is that it is a club event.
Yeah.
I think the link I've given you is the membership link. So become a member, it's 500 rand, and that's a family membership. Yeah, it's per annum. But already, I mean, the one benefit is that you can get an evaluation immediately. You have to be a member, and then if you want to enter your car into the competition, it's 400 rand. If you want to enter your car into the display, it's 200 rand.
Okay.
Well worth it. I think also let's just touch on engagement with the broader public that's coming out to the event. And I've said this to you, social media has just created a problem in the sense that we have people that misbehave to get the perfect pose and the perfect picture. And for that reason, these cars are worth millions, literally millions of rands. For that reason, we are having white picket fencing around the two areas where the cars will be parked. And that's for reasons I've just mentioned. But what we are going to do is, because we need to find a balance, and we've decided that when the judging ends and the points are being tallied, people will be allowed to enter into the arena on both sides and get a closer look. But again, I want to appeal to the public, to those coming on the day, to please have common courtesy and respect for somebody else's pride and joy.
No, 100%.
I have a look, you know, I have a tendency when I look at somebody's cars, I fold my hands behind my back. I will lean forward and look through the window, but I won't touch the car. And we ask the people to do that.
And also the kids, just pull the kids away. I mean, it is somebody else's property.
Correct. I mean, and people go to great lengths to get their cars into the condition that it's going to be in for the day. And the last thing we want is to spoil it. And I will emphasize, if we, for example, have somebody breaking BMW's M1 mirror, who's liable for that? You know what I'm saying? Is the club now going to have to fork out thousands to have it repaired? And we want to avoid that at all costs. And that goes for everybody else's car. We want to have fun on the day. We want people to come and have a good time, come and engage with the people at the club. We're also going to have an MC. And what's nice about having Gerard there is Gerard will interview, for example, Colin, who is the vice chairman of the club. Varish is the chairman. He might do an interview with Varish, but he might even interview current participants.
Or your drivers, your race car drivers and so on.
Correct. So he's gonna go there and interview people of interest, so the public can also learn more.
I think this is I think it's a good starting point for Concourse to start introducing it to the public now. Yes, a lot of people know about it, but a lot of people also don't know, and this is for the newcomers that come from your normal local events. Yes, that's one category. Concourse is another category, and to bring them over and introduce them, just to show them what else is on the other side of the fence, if I can call it that.
100%. And then I really want to also say thank you to BMW Group South Africa for allowing us to display their cars at the mall as a curtain raiser, if I can call it that, and for them to then bring the cars on the day. We're also fortunate that senior management from BMW Group South Africa will be doing the prize giving, and we've also negotiated that every participant at this year's event is going to get a certificate of participation.
And that's signed by?
And we're getting that signed, as you know, by Peter, the CEO. Unfortunately, he's on holiday. He would have loved to have been at the event. He's on holiday, but we will get Peter to sign all the certificates.
Okay.
So big shout out to BMW South Africa for the support, not only with the concourse, but with the racing and everything else that the club is busy with.
And as for Mall of Africa again?
Mall of Africa, great venue. Been very helpful. In setting this up, helping with exhibitors. Allowing us to display cars within the mall. So we're very happy for the assistance that we've gotten from them. Promoting the event inside the mall on all the screens, the ads that we've come out with, pushing it out on social media, publishing an article that I wrote about the event. They've got a monthly magazine called Mall of Africa's got a monthly magazine. We've got an article in there, talking about the event, what to look for, like the discussion we've just had here. So we're very grateful that they've come to the party in a very big way to help the club. The club is a non-profit entity, and we don't have coffers full of money. So we rely on sponsors. We rely on places like the Mall of Africa, where we can have events and where we pay the minimum amount possible to host events. I want to maybe finish saying to say that and repeat that it is BMW South Africa's 50th anniversary, and people have come to me and asked me, so what are they doing? Their big event normally is the M-Fest.
Sure.
And the M-Fest in South Africa, believe it or not, is the biggest M-Fest in the world.
I believe that Colin told me about that last year.
Yeah, it's the biggest M-Fest in the world. So that's their big public event.
Okay.
But this year, for their 50th anniversary, they're going to use various media platforms to showcase their heritage. Not only electronic. I think there'll be printed media in terms of celebrating 50 years of BMW South Africa. So I'd like the audience to stay tuned, and I'm sure that you'll be able to tell your audience where they can find out more when this media comes out.
Yeah. So what we'll do is, I think, is it okay if we do a debrief after the event?
Yes.
And we can basically, for the guys that couldn't make it, for the South Africans that couldn't make it, for the over-border viewers that couldn't make it, or for the international viewers, they want to follow it. We'll do a debrief session on that, and what we'll do is we'll have the category winners,
Yes.
respectively, right? I'll make a plan to get pictures of the cars,
Yes.
so you guys will be able to see.
The club has got a photographer.
Okay. So we'll be able to get that.
On the day. Also, something I've just remembered, which is also nice for the audience, cars.co.za is going to capture the event.
Oh wow.
And then obviously a couple of days later, a video will come online on their YouTube channel,
Sure.
which is one of the biggest South African
100%.
YouTube channels. But so for those that are not going to be able to make it, you can catch up with it on cars.co.za.
So what we'll do is on the Ratical YouTube channel as well, on the day of the event, just to keep the captivated audience, the audience captivated. We will also go live at the event. I won't be able to go in depth because we are going to be busy with the car, but once I start charging, we'll go through the vehicles, right? So I'll give you guys a sneak peek for those that can't make it. But what I'm going to do is, in the bios and in the descriptions, I'm going to put through all the websites for the relevant parties. So for I2, for example, for the other insurance company, BMW SA, and whoever, all the relevant parties, I'll put their details in there. Johann's details will be there as well. It'll be his email address. If you guys need to contact him, if you want to enter the video, the event, or any other general queries,
Yes.
if I can say that,
Yes.
you can email him. The club's website or the URL will be there, so you guys can go to the BMW Car Club URL, check it out, have a look at it, become a member, and if you don't compete this year, maybe compete next year. But there's also a race series to the BMW Car Club, so you can get involved with that as well. But I've got a lot of good friends in there, and it's a fun-packed club series that they have, and I'm hoping one day when I'm big, I'll join them. But but I know Bunny's been sweating me for the past 2 years to get in there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, guys, I hope this interview was helpful and informative to you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share our channel. We will be doing a debrief. I will be doing videos of the event as well. I'll keep you updated. For the YouTube guys, for the TikTok guys, I will keep you updated as well. But thanks, guys. Let's hope we have a good event
I'm sure we can have a fantastic
and a
event.
great
So,
turnout.
yeah, so don't miss out. It's
100%.
free, and I think there's going to be lots of interesting things to see.
And it's a good day. I think there's no rain schedule for the day.
No, that's why we do it in August. We do it prior to the rain.
Before the storm
And
season
I'm sure
starts.
we're going to have good weather. I think the cold, we're seeing the last of, feeling the last of the cold. Yeah, so I think we're going to have a very good Sunday.
Okay. Guys, I hope to see you guys there. Like I said, there will be exhibitors out there. We'll be out there. There will be a lot of, not foreign faces, there will be a lot of famous faces or faces that you guys want to see and want to talk to. They will be out there. Come and interact with the guys. And yeah, let's have a good day.
Thanks, Sanjay.
Alright, cheers guys.